One of the biggest battles when it comes to dealing with childhood trauma is the issue of despair. Despair is defined as the absence of or complete loss of hope. And on our journey towards wholeness and healing, we may find that we need to be with our despair before we can transcend it. As the very experience of childhood trauma is the experience of hopelessness. As we experience immense pain and hurt that we have no power or agency to get away from or change, what could feel more hopeless? Yet when we reach the point where we decide to start healing, rather than avoiding and denying, the mountain of our wounds before us can feel even harder to face, now that our shield of disassociation and numbness starts to peel away. Suddenly, the full extent of our dysfunctionality and trauma becomes apparent. The road ahead is long, and this becomes undeniable. It feels we've lost so much time, and we've battled so hard just to get to here. And at these moments, it is really easy to feel despair, despondency, and a complete sense of fatigue. We think to ourselves, how is this even possible? I can heal all of this. How the hell am I going to overcome this vast quantity of internal brokenness that I feel I am? As again, we may feel the same kind of despair we felt when we were children, that this problem is just too big for me to deal with. And it is here we must remind ourselves that it is okay to be in this place of despair. We can't push or force our way out of it or scurry to a different place. We are required to be present and aware to the extent of what we have previously denied and so desperately tried to forget. This awareness and presence is an essential and critical first step. As to feel the acuteness of our despair is our own evidence we are starting to feel again. That we are safe enough to feel the extent of our despair. And as we start to feel, we naturally start to heal. So when we allow that hopelessness and despair to be present in us, we observe it, we acknowledge it, and we bear witness to it, it will lose some of its charge just in the natural act of observing and being present. So please hold tight. It won't swallow you whole, even though at times it will feel like it will. And as we are present with our despair, and we feel we can do nothing but be on our knees, a strange thing can happen. Something else arises. A soft murmur of something beyond our despair. And we get a glimpse. The true hope is closer than what we thought. As we discover, no matter how far we have strayed, how stuck or broken we feel we've become, wounded, battered, frail, screwed up, no matter how dysfunctional and filled with toxic shame we feel our lives have become, we discover there is a profound love inside all of us that awaits. It's always been there, waiting for us to return, waiting for us to become aware of its presence, its power once again. As the mystic Rumi so beautifully wrote in his poem, wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving, it doesn't matter. Ours is not a caravan of despair. Come, even if you have broken your vow 1,000 times, come, yet again, come, come. Ours is not a caravan of despair. Ours is not a caravan of despair. These words resonate for me so deeply and offer so much hope, as they confirm there is no deadline, there is no point of no return. No matter how deep or dark the hole you feel you've trapped yourself in, love, grace, presence, and hope are closer to us than we can ever imagine. As the mystic Julian of Norwich puts it, God is nearer to us than our own soul. So my journey of healing my childhood trauma has been a journey to restore my awareness and connection to my own inner loving essence that I lost connection with during my childhood. Every person's story of how that happened and what they did to survive is different, but the pain and disconnection it leaves is the same. We all share different stories, but we share a single journey home to return to our loving essence, to return to the love that never left us. Because if this isn't a caravan of despair, we must ask the question, well, what is it? And what a wonderful question to discover and explore, to create and imagine. And I wish you all the best as you discover what this is.